Hello, everyone, and welcome to Podcast 3. Today we'll be talking about cultural competency in nursing. Cultural competency explores how healthcare providers recognize and respond to beliefs, values, and traditions and lived experience that influence patient health. I chose this topic because I've realized that it's way too easy to unintentionally assume that everyone has the same views when they come into the healthcare system. When patients decline treatments, have different beliefs surrounding illness, or communicate differently than we anticipate them to, it can be really tempting to view these situations as barriers rather than opportunities to better understand the individual. Throughout my research, I discovered that cultural competency extends far beyond just the awareness of cultural tradition. It requires ongoing self reflection and a willingness to examine our own biases that may be impacting how we provide care. The literature consistently demonstrates that cultural competency improves communication, strengthens trust between patients and providers, and increases patient satisfactions and outcomes. I also learned that many practical interventions can be incorporated into everyday nursing practice. So these include using professional interpreter services whenever there may be a language barrier, asking open-ended questions about culture or spiritual beliefs that may be influencing care, and involving family whenever possible. The article by Chu et al. That I have linked outlined a need for content in academia, highlighting the importance of socioeconomic status, religion, and immigration status, as these were areas lacking with new grads. The idea that cultural competency is pinnacle within the academic setting is further reinforced by the article linked by Eden et al. Before researching the topic, I viewed cultural competency as another skill nurses were expected to have, and now I understand that it's an ongoing process of learning. Relational inquiry greatly shaped my understanding of cultural competency because it encourages us to look beyond the patient's diagnosis and consider broader context and influences on health. A person's culture, family, past experience with healthcare, socioeconomic status, a whole range of things can shape how they understand their illness and interact with providers. So relational inquiry reminds us that every patient enters the healthcare system with a unique story, and it challenges us to build therapeutic relationships by remaining open and curious rather than making assumptions. So for lingering questions, I still have questions about how to confidently provide culturally safe care in situations when cultural beliefs may conflict with evidence-based recommendations. I experienced this firsthand when trying to have a conversation with a new mother. She was absolutely dead set on co-sleeping, and this was because her family had done the same thing with her and all of her siblings. I'm excited to practice having these difficult conversations and learning how to balance providing information while still practicing cultural humility. But overall, researching cultural competency has strengthened my understanding of what it truly means to provide patient-centered care, reminded me that effective nursing extends beyond clinical skills and requires empathy, humility, and a willingness to continuously learn from people that we care from. So as I prepare to enter practice, I hope to remain open-minded, reflect on my own biases, and approach every patient interaction with curiosity and respect. So, yeah, thank you so much for listening.